Hello everyone, and welcome back to your English Boost YouTube channel, where we help you improve your English skills with exciting conversations and practical vocabulary.
Today, we are exploring a topic that influences every single one of us each day, whether we realize it or not. The fascinating world of daily routines and personal habits.
Have you ever considered how much of your day is actually spent doing things automatically, almost without thinking about them at all? It is truly astonishing when you start counting.
Studies show that about 40% of our daily actions are not conscious decisions, but rather habits, which means they are repeated behaviors we perform regularly.
This incredible statistic means that nearly half of your waking hours are shaped by your routines and habits, influencing your mood, productivity, and overall well-being.
We are going to share some of our own experiences with routines and discuss how good habits can significantly boost your language learning journey too.
Emily, let us start with the morning. What is your typical morning routine like before your busy day officially begins? I am always curious about how people start their mornings.
My morning routine is usually quite structured to ensure I feel prepared for everything ahead, which helps me stay calm even on the most chaotic days. I always wake up early, around 6:30 a.m., even on weekends, because I enjoy the quiet time before the rest of the world wakes up and starts making noise. The very first thing I do is drink a large glass of water, which helps my body rehydrate after several hours of sleep and makes me feel refreshed instantly. Then, I spend about 20 minutes doing some light stretching and a few simple yoga poses, which helps me wake up my body and improve my flexibility for the day.
Wow, that sounds incredibly disciplined. I must admit, my morning is a little less zen and often involves a frantic search for my car keys right before I need to leave home. Do you also include any kind of mental preparation for your day, like meditating or planning? Or is it more about physical activities before you jump into tasks?
Absolutely, James. After my physical activities, I take a few minutes to quickly review my schedule for the day, which helps me visualize my main goals and important appointments. I find that knowing what is coming helps me manage my energy and focus better, preventing any unexpected surprises from derailing my plans for the afternoon.
That is a brilliant idea, preparing your mind for the day ahead, because I often just dive straight into emails and instantly feel overwhelmed by the sheer volume. My morning routine is usually more about getting ready quickly. I definitely need to adopt some of your peaceful preparation habits for better mental clarity.
What about healthy habits you try to include throughout your entire day, not just in the morning? Do you have any specific things you consciously try to do regularly?
One healthy habit I strongly try to maintain is taking short breaks every hour during work to stand up, stretch, and walk around a bit, which helps my eyes and my back. Sitting for long periods can really make you feel tired and stiff, so these small movements throughout the day make a significant difference in my overall energy levels.
That is an excellent point about staying active. Many people forget how important movement is, especially when they have office jobs that keep them at a desk.
Another one is trying to drink plenty of water throughout the day, which sounds simple, but I often forget unless I keep a large water bottle right on my desk. Hydration is crucial for concentration and general well-being, so I actively remind myself to take sips even when I am deeply focused on a complex project.
I completely agree with the hydration point. I have noticed a huge difference in my energy and even my mood when I am drinking enough water consistently. Speaking of staying organized, how do you manage to keep everything in order during your busy week? My desk often looks like a small paper tornado hit it.
Keeping organized is a constant battle for me, but I have found that making a to-do list every evening for the next day really helps me prioritize my tasks. I also try to clear my desk at the end of each workday, which helps me start fresh the next morning and avoids that feeling of being overwhelmed by clutter.
That is a very smart approach. I usually use digital lists, but sometimes the physical act of writing things down can make them feel more real and achievable. Let us talk about winding down. What time do you usually go to bed? And do you have any evening rituals that help you relax after a busy or stressful day?
I aim to be in bed by 10:30 p.m. on weekdays because I know I need at least 7 to 8 hours of sleep to feel truly rested and ready for the next day's challenges. My evening ritual definitely involves reading a physical book for about 30 minutes before turning off the lights, which helps my mind disconnect from screens and busy thoughts.
Reading before bed is a wonderful way to relax your brain. I often find myself scrolling on my phone, which is probably the opposite of what I should be doing for good sleep. Do you prefer getting up early or staying up late, and what is your reasoning behind that preference? It seems like you are clearly an early bird, James.
I definitely prefer getting up early, as I mentioned, because I love the quiet of the morning and the feeling of having a head start on the day before things get hectic. Staying up late usually makes me feel groggy and less productive the next day, so I prioritize my sleep even if it means missing out on some late-night activities.
I am the same. I am definitely an early riser. There is something truly magical about watching the sunrise and having that peaceful time to yourself before everyone else starts their day. We have talked a lot about weekdays. What activities do you enjoy doing on the weekends to recharge and balance out your work or study week?
On weekends, I try to spend as much time outdoors as possible, whether it is hiking in the local park, cycling along the river, or just taking a long walk with my dog. Being in nature really helps me clear my head and reduces any stress from the week, allowing me to fully reset before Monday morning arrives again.
That sounds absolutely lovely and very refreshing. I also enjoy outdoor activities, but I usually combine them with meeting friends for a picnic or a casual coffee. How do you manage to balance work or study with your leisure time, especially when you have so many commitments throughout your busy week?
It is certainly a challenge to balance everything, but I try to schedule my leisure time just like I schedule my work appointments, treating it as important commitments. This way, I ensure that I make time for relaxation and hobbies, preventing my entire week from becoming only about work or obligations and nothing else.
That is a smart strategy to protect your personal time. It is so easy for work to expand and fill every available moment if you do not actively set boundaries. What is one habit you currently have that you would really like to change or improve in the near future if you had the perfect opportunity to do so?
One habit I definitely want to improve is reducing the amount of time I spend mindlessly scrolling on my phone, especially before bed and first thing in the morning. It is a distraction that often prevents me from doing more meaningful activities like reading or spending quality time with my family, and I feel it is quite detrimental.
I can completely relate to that desire. It is so easy to fall into that digital trap, and it rarely makes you feel better or more productive in the long run. How do you generally stay motivated throughout the week, even when you face unexpected challenges or when you just feel a bit tired and uninspired?
I try to break larger tasks into smaller, more manageable steps, which makes them feel less daunting and helps me see progress more clearly as I complete each part. Also, I remind myself of my long-term goals and the reasons why I started in the first place, which often re-energizes me when I feel like giving up on something important.
Those are excellent motivation techniques that truly work. Sometimes just celebrating small victories can make a huge difference in your overall enthusiasm. What little things make a big difference in your day that might seem insignificant but actually contribute significantly to your overall happiness and well-being?
For me, it is enjoying my morning coffee in silence while looking out the window, or receiving a funny message from a friend that makes me smile unexpectedly. These small moments of joy and connection truly brighten my day and often give me the extra energy needed to face any difficulties that might arise later on.
Those little moments are so precious. For me, it is seeing my plants grow or finding a comfortable spot in the sun to enjoy a few minutes of quiet reflection. Lastly, how do you connect with friends or family in your daily life, especially when everyone has such busy schedules and limited free time?
I make an effort to call my parents or siblings a few times a week, even if it is just a short 5-minute chat to say hello and check in on how they are doing. And with friends, we often use messaging apps to share funny memes or quick updates, which helps us stay connected without needing long, planned meetings.
Those little check-ins are so important for maintaining relationships. It shows you care, even if you cannot meet in person very often due to distance or time. It is wonderful to hear how much thought you put into your routines and how you actively work on making them positive for your life, James.
It has been really interesting hearing about your structured routine, Emily, and all the thoughtful ways you approach your daily life and personal habits. We did not discuss snacks much, but what is your favorite healthy snack or meal to have during the day when you need a quick energy boost?
Oh, that is a great question, James. My go-to snack is usually a handful of almonds and some fresh fruit, like an apple or a banana, because they are quick and nutritious. They provide good energy without making me feel heavy or sluggish, which is important when I still have a lot of work to do in the afternoon.
That is a very sensible choice, and I agree. Feeling heavy after a snack can definitely slow down your productivity and make you want to take a nap instead. I often grab a protein bar or some Greek yogurt with berries, especially after a workout, because they help me feel full and recover quickly from physical activity.
Speaking of workouts, how do you incorporate exercise into your daily routine, especially considering your busy schedule and all your other commitments?
I try to exercise at least 4 times a week, either by going for a run in the morning or hitting the gym in the evening, depending on my work schedule for that day. Sometimes, if I am short on time, I just do a quick 30-minute home workout, which includes some bodyweight exercises and a bit of cardio to get my heart rate up.
That is excellent consistency, James. It is so important to prioritize physical activity for both your body and your mind, even if you can only manage short bursts. It really shows that you do not need hours in the gym to make a difference. Even short, intense movements can contribute significantly to your overall health goals.
Exactly. The key is finding what works for you and then sticking with it consistently, transforming it into a regular habit that you look forward to doing every time. It is amazing how much a consistent routine can improve your general mood and overall well-being throughout the entire week.
Absolutely, and these habits are not just about personal health, but also about supporting other areas of our lives, including learning a new language like English. Imagine having a daily habit of listening to an English podcast for 20 minutes, or reviewing new vocabulary words every single morning.
That consistent practice, even in small doses, builds up over time and significantly accelerates your progress far more than sporadic, long study sessions. Just like a daily stretching routine makes you more flexible, a daily English routine makes your language skills much stronger and more natural over time.
It is truly about creating a routine where English becomes a natural part of your daily life, not just something you force yourself to do when you have extra time. Think about how much you use your phone every day, for example. If you dedicated just a small fraction of that time to English, your progress would be enormous.
And the more you practice, the more confident you become, and the more enjoyable the entire learning process feels for you. So what little thing, like a habit, could you add to your day that would make a big difference in your English learning journey starting today?
Maybe it is listening to one English song with the lyrics, or just speaking 5 new English words out loud while you are getting ready for the day.
These small, consistent steps are what truly lead to great accomplishments in any area of your life, especially when it comes to mastering a new language.
We hope this discussion has given you some fresh ideas for building positive routines, not just for your English, but for your entire life.
Remember, even the smallest daily efforts, when repeated consistently, can lead to the most significant improvements you could ever imagine.
Indeed, James. It is about finding those tiny, manageable actions that you can easily integrate into your existing daily schedule without feeling overwhelmed by them.
For example, if you spend time commuting to work or school, that could be your dedicated English listening time, enjoying a podcast or an audiobook. Or if you enjoy cooking, you could try watching an English cooking show or reading English recipes, turning everyday activities into powerful learning opportunities.
Absolutely. The goal is to make English learning a natural part of your routine, something you actually look forward to, rather than a chore you have to complete. It is about changing your mindset and understanding that every little interaction with the language brings you closer to your fluency goals.
And consistency is really the superpower here. Doing something small every day is far more effective than doing something big only once a month. You might not see huge results immediately, but over weeks and months, these small steps accumulate into massive progress that will surprise you.
So take a moment after this episode to think about one tiny habit you can start building today to boost your English. Perhaps something you have always wanted to try. Remember, learning English is a marathon, not a sprint. And your daily routines are the consistent steps that will carry you across the finish line beautifully.
Your dedication to learning English is truly inspiring, and we are here to support you every step of the way on your amazing language journey.
It is also about forgiving yourself on the days when your routine does not go perfectly, because nobody is perfect all the time with their daily habits.
That is a very important point, Emily. Sometimes life throws unexpected curveballs, and it is okay if you miss a day or two of your planned activities. The most important thing is to simply get back on track the very next day, without dwelling on the missed opportunity or feeling guilty about it.
Exactly. Building a habit is not about perfection. It is about consistency and resilience, especially when things become a little bit challenging for you. Think of it as a journey where every step, even a small one, is taking you forward towards your desired destination, which is fluency in English.
And remember, even native speakers make mistakes, so do not be afraid to try new words or phrases, even if you are not entirely sure if they are correct. Learning is all about trying, failing, and trying again, which is why your daily practice is far more valuable than worrying about making small errors.
That is fantastic advice, James, and it applies to every aspect of our lives, not just language learning, but also personal growth and development. So, embrace the power of your daily routines and let them become your secret weapon for success in English and beyond.
Speaking of embracing habits, I once tried to build a habit of waking up at 5 a.m. every day to write, but I ended up just staring at the ceiling for an hour. It taught me that some habits just do not fit your personal rhythm, and it is crucial to find routines that genuinely work for your unique lifestyle.
Yes, exactly. Personalization is key when it comes to routines. Otherwise, they just feel like rigid rules that are impossible to maintain consistently. So, listen to yourself, understand your own energy levels, and design a daily flow that supports your well-being and helps you achieve your goals naturally.
This discussion about routines has been incredibly insightful, reminding us all that our daily actions truly shape our future selves and our achievements.
Thank you for joining us on your English Boost YouTube channel today, as we explored the wonderful world of daily habits and routines.
We truly hope you feel motivated to implement some positive changes and incorporate more English into your everyday activities starting right now.
Remember, every little step you take on your English learning journey brings you closer to fluency and confidence, so keep practicing every single day.
Keep boosting your English, keep practicing your habits, and keep moving forward with passion and dedication.
We cannot wait to see you again in our next episode on Your English Boost YouTube channel for more engaging conversations and learning tips.
Now, before we sign off, here is something interesting to ponder. What is one small, positive habit you can commit to starting tomorrow that will truly transform your entire day for the better?
Think about it carefully, because your future self will certainly thank you for making that consistent effort and starting today. Goodbye for now, everyone, and keep learning.